normal experience of flying a drone is like, I'm looking at that thing, I'm trying to figure out where it is in relation to the tree, I'm worrying about crashing it, and here, don't give a fuck, just full stick forward.
Holy shit, dude. Alright, we're out here. This is the X10.
Yep, so this is a flagship drone. This one doesn't have a bullet hole in it, so it's good to fly. We'll get to show you what it can do.
The Mercury Embedded Application Environment is real.
So I just put it down on the ground here, and then I'm holding the controller. So this is how we fly it. So I'm just gonna swipe up to take off. So this is kind of like the typical manual flight experience. So I've got joysticks. I can move the joysticks around, and it'll just respond to my commands. Now the fun part here is with the autonomy system. So I've got it lined up at a tree there, and I'm just gonna jam the joystick forward. So I'm gonna go full forward, and it's just gonna weave its way through the trees. So this is basically autonomous flight. All I'm telling it to do is go forward.
Shit. It's just doing all that on its own?
It's doing all that on its own. So now I'm gonna go backwards. I can't even look where I'm going, right? And it's just gonna weave its way through, keep itself safe. So it comes up to the tree wall here, it'll find its way through that gap. And this is just a huge difference of what it's like to fly a drone, right? Like normally, the normal experience of flying a drone is like, I'm looking at that thing, I'm trying to figure out where it is in relation to the tree, I'm worried about crashing it, and here, just don't give a fuck, just full stick forward.
Holy shit, dude.
We can turn around here, so this will give you a sense of what the cameras can do. So here we are looking at ourselves. So right now I'm on kind of the wider field of view camera. If I punch in, so you'll see a transition here to the zoom camera. So I can like,
Wow. And it shows the thermal right next to it.
exactly, yeah. So there's my Skydio logo, punch back out. We've got the thermal feed, so we're obviously gonna pop on thermal.
I gotta be honest, I don't like seeing myself,
It's not your best angle.
looks like an AC-130 Spectre gunship is targeting us right now.
Yeah.
So what's the thing sticking out of the side?
Yeah, so the thing on the side is an attachment, it's a speaker, so we've got 4 attachment ports. You can put anything you want in there. So we've got a spotlight, we've got night sense, which gives it the ability to basically have night vision, and the speaker enables you to talk to people on the ground. So for example, if you want to like, get somebody's attention.
Attention. Please exit the area immediately. I repeat, please exit the area immediately.
I think we've got,
Dude, that's great. Oh, nice. Nice.
always a fan favorite. We actually, so Miami Beach Police Department,
They requested that?
they're one of our great drone first responder customers. They deal with like huge drunk crowds around spring break, and this has become a very useful tool for them to
Nice.
communicate with the spring break folks. So if you want, you can fly it here. So it's a little bit like playing video games. You were asking about how hard are these things to fly. So the right stick is going to move you around. So the first thing to get familiar with, if you push that right stick forward, that'll push you forward. And then back will go back. And then you can go side to side. I always recommend to get comfortable with the autonomy system, just jam the stick forward into some trees and see what happens. Yeah, so that's how you turn left stick.
Get that comfortable, just
do it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It's gonna go through all that shit?
I mean, it has a tolerance for how close it'll let you get. But yeah, I mean, so you're how far into flying it? Like 1 minute into flying it? This is like world-class drone pilot stuff, like flying at high speed through obstacles, and with the autonomy system, it's just,
Look at that shit.
it's a piece of cake. And the real point of it is like, it's fun to watch it weave through obstacles, but the point of it is that you can focus on the mission. So like, if you were a cop or an energy utility worker, like you'd be looking down at the screen, right? Because you'd be wanting to do an inspection on something, and you can totally comfortably fly just looking down at the screen without worrying about like where the drone is or crashing into anything. So it's actually, so like if you look down, so you can see what it sees. You've got the left wheel here will control the gimbal. So if you can look, you don't have to look at the drone because it's not going to crash. So you can push the wheel down below. See this thing?
Oh, yeah.
So that controls gimbal pitch, and then on the right one it controls zoom. So that right wheel will zoom you in and out. And this is the point: is you just focus on the mission. Like I want to inspect a damaged conductor. You can just perch yourself next to it and zoom in, and see whatever you need to see. And then when you're done, do you want to land it? Or you want to keep flying it?
Yeah.
You can test the obstacle avoidance on yourself.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Let's play some chicken.
Make sure you get it properly lined up. And the crosshairs there. So you've got a bunch of telemetry here telling you what's going on. Like you've got your altitude, your heading, it's estimating the wind speed. It's flying over what we call connect fusion. So right now, it's got a point-to-point radio. So there's antennas here that are talking to the drone, but it's also got cellular built in. This has a cellular modem in it. The drone has a cellular modem in it, and it's using connect fusion to fuse both those two things together. So the quality of the video link is basically the sum of the point-to-point radio plus the cellular, and it can fly on either. So you could fly this thing out 10 miles. The point-to-point radio connection would go away, but it would just keep going based on cellular. I'm sure with your background, you can imagine this being a useful capability on a battlefield. Like from a soldier's perspective, it basically just removes the mystery of what's happening around you. You can go out a couple miles, get real-time awareness, know exactly who's coming, what they've got, where they're moving. And this is actually a good example. You see these power lines, like this is the kind of work that our energy utility customers do. Like they would inspect those things. They would stop at every tower and zoom in or out and look for damage, or if there was an outage or something, they could find what the issue was and direct the responding folks on the ground. So when you want, typically what I would do here is you can just, when you want it to come home, you tap that button there.
Okay.
So just tap, I can do it, you tap that, and say return to launch, if you tap launch. So it'll now autonomously come back home. It uses a thing we call Pathfinder. So basically, it has its own local map that it's building, but it also has access to global data about where the buildings are, where the terrain is, and it uses all of that to plan like the safest autonomous path to come home.
No way.
So actually, it'll show up here in a second.
Where is it?
Probably coming back. There it
Oh
is.
shit, it's way up there.
Yeah.
Dude, how fucking sick is that shit?
So the other thing we can do tonight,
In this video, we're looking at the settings you need to change.
everybody, it's Brad with the drone here. I've got the Mini 5 Pro out here at the butt crack of dawn. You can see the sun's barely up, so I'm gonna take it for a little flight. A little pre-dawn flight. Check it out, see what's going on. Let's go into here. Screen recording. You know, I did notice somebody says that I was in pro mode all that. I have been in pro mode every time I've flown this drone. I don't know why. A little bit of a breeze I think right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on up. You can see that. Mini 5 Pro. Okay, I'm moving around a little bit, but you know, I did forget to lock the propellers. It's more easy to do with this drone. Go off, need to like pull them all the way out. Because when they go around, they lock. If they go up, we did go look at our home point there. 21.3 feet. We're in 4K 60, but let's start recording. Take it on out. There's not a lot of people out today. We're just getting that time of the year where nobody comes out. Got a slight breeze. I forgot. I was looking at my height, and I thought that was my miles per hour, and I was like 29 miles per hour, and I was like, no. I just kind of stopped. There we go. Now I got my brain screwed on right. Anyways, guys, it's the Mini 5 Pro out here at the lake. Early morning flight. You can see the sun's barely up. I wish I would have set my C1 button to cruise control, but I don't think I did. But I don't want to push it because I don't remember where it's set for. But anyways, it is a beautiful Sunday morning. It's probably won't be posted on a Sunday, but it is a Sunday morning nonetheless. So you can see those leaves are starting to pop a little bit. We're supposed to get rain today, pretty much 100% chance by 1 o'clock. That's what I was told anyway. We do need the rain. We haven't had rain in quite a while, so at least not any significant amount. See, I didn't even realize I was shooting in pro mode because when I went to the to go to like change the 4K or to 60 or whatever, it always said auto, but that was just the white balance. And yeah, I was in pro mode, and I don't know if that was like messing up my shots, but I'm in auto now, so. I usually always shoot in auto because I am not a photographer by trade at all, so. So if my other videos didn't look quite right, because I even did that, they're doing that. I did that thing with the Nano Plus, and that was an auto, but I had my Mavic or my Mini 5 Pro and Pro, so I don't know if that's going to make a big difference or not. So we're not even 10,000 feet out, we're getting signal interference. Right there, so I had to go up a couple feet. And we're already down to 85% battery. I didn't even, just getting across the lake took about 10% battery. So there's I-79. One thing about flying out here is you have to realize that even though the weather is coming toward you, like I'm facing west, for whatever reason across the lake, there is it's coming from the west. For whatever reason, there's always a breeze going west. So you've probably seen some of my range tests where I had to abandon or launch or land the drone over on the spillway because there's always a headwind coming across that lake for whatever reason. It's nature, I guess. So that's where they do the little festival. They do the Jeep thing here, and they do the Renaissance Festival deal here too. Gonna go up a little bit, I'll get a little signal interference. Huh. So I've had other drones out past this point, they haven't had this much signal interference, so I'm not sure. I guess this Mini 5 Pro doesn't have the signal strength that the other ones do. I am using the RC2 with the built-in screen. And I have the antennas pointed right at the drone. The flat part, of course. Not the tips. Something 345, 355, 356, we're going to go up as high as we can legally. So we got RC signal back a little bit there. I am recording 4K60, so that's going to drop some of the battery life expos. Shouldn't be much though. So we're reaching almost 20,000 feet, 75% battery. This is the plus battery. We have 75% battery, 4 bars in the RC signal. So yeah, it looks like it could go on and on. So low battery turned on. I'm gonna go there and then just return it on. Yeah, why not? So 21,500 some feet. I could push it farther, I suppose, but why bother? I don't really feel like driving over to the spillway and picking up another drone today, so we'll just let it do its thing. Actually, I'll probably just cancel this return to home and fly it back manually. There we go. Yeah, we definitely have a headwind out there, because I'm full stick forward, I'm only doing 12 miles per hour, so I don't know what it is though. This area here is crazy. Yeah, I don't know, so maybe I will be doing a emergency landing over there. Didn't really feel like doing that today, but there we go, we're picking up some speed now. So it is beautiful out today. You can see the leaves are changing. So yeah, I'll just let the drone decide when to come back. Cause even, I mean, I've even had the drones decide to come back and they still were short on battery. So not DJIs, but other drones like the Atom. Shit, I think the Atom 1 and the Atom 2 both. I think most of those drones I had to go rescue off the spillway. That's one tricky thing about doing these signal strength tests here is that I have a big lake in between me and the drone on the return home, so it's always an iffy situation. I was gonna stop at the one place I do fly in town where we were doing the construction, because that's all rain, so yeah, so you don't come here. It wasn't really my intention to do a signal strength test today, but I figured why not. It's a beautiful day, light breeze. Like I said, there is supposed to be like a 100% chance of rain about 1 p.m. So yeah, the Mini 5 Pro doing its thing. Looks, all these colors are really popping now. Getting some reds and yellows. Looking pretty good. So I think we did over 21,000 feet, which is pretty good. I'll have that, wherever that is in meters and miles or whatever. Probably just over 4 miles. I know you're gonna have your comments on, oh, I had my Mini 5 Pro, 50,000 meters out. Yeah, right. Let me see your video. There you go. That's the funny thing about if you do these range tests that people are like, oh, I've had my, like, 3 times that far. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, where's your video? I don't see any video. So we're doing pretty good. We're under, getting close to 10,000. We have 60% battery, I think. It's hard to read that. I don't, the yellow, that kind of an orange or something like that. Yeah, 59%. So yeah, I guess it was 60. It's kind of hard to read that battery indicator. That color doesn't quite pop. I guess once you get down to the red, because it's green when it goes that orange, like caution color. It's really hard to read. So we're 57%, 56%, so we should be good. We'll go ahead and bring it on down a little bit more. Get her out of the wind. Somewhat. Yeah, because I see that speed picking up right there. I'll bring it down a little bit more, just to make sure we can bring her on home. I do need to set that C1 button, or one of the buttons for cruise control, because it's very convenient to have a. So we're down to 29% battery. It went down pretty quick. So we're 27%, 26%. Today you didn't think I was pushing it, but I'm telling you, this headwind on the way back really kills the drones. I'm trying to keep my speed about 22. I think 22 is about optimal as far as speed. And I got those crosshairs right on the home position. We're 24% battery. I want to do a low battery return to home. I want to cancel that because we're less than 30,000 feet. Yeah, I mean, I'll let it return to home on its own, and we're down to 22% battery, 2,500 feet to go. So yeah, I wasn't, especially with this big lake in between me and the drone. I'm not taking any serious chances like that. Damn. Did pretty good though, I must say. More than you ever really need in any practical any practical way. So we're about 1,000 feet, 19% battery. I'm going to go ahead and do a return to home. So yeah, I mean, we didn't get it down to zero, but I'm not a big risk taker either. So. It's one nice thing about these DJIs, you know, they're almost always going to get home. So here is that Mini 5 Pro coming on down. Even after 21,000 feet out, you can still find it's going on the landing ground. There we go. Alright, so there it is, the Mini 5 Pro, a little bit of a range test. Wasn't really, kind of an impromptu range test though. I've got 16% battery, so yeah, not bad. Anyways guys, we're out of the drone. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye.
What's up everybody, Sean here from Air Photography. So today I'm going to do a quick demonstration of the next gen advanced return to home of the Mini 5 Pro. This new return to home was first introduced on the Air 3S and then again on the Mavic 4 Pro. With it, the drone will build a real-time map on its outbound flight that allows it to traverse extremely difficult environments using its obstacle avoidance in the real-time map that it has built. And that can be extremely beneficial if you have to take off from something like a balcony, out of a garage, or in like this situation here, it's a tree canopy all above me. So normally this would not work for return to home. Traditionally the drone would just come back to the GPS point and try and come straight down. But in this situation that just doesn't work. So we're going to put that to the test today. So I'm going to put the drone up here.
Take off. Home point updated.
Home point has been updated. And I'm just going to fly out here. I'll just walk with it. Let's get to an opening and then I'll send it for a little bit of a flight. That looks good there. And the other impressive thing is that it can do all of this without even GPS connectivity. So if you're flying and you happen to lose GPS connectivity, it'll still be able to come home and navigate to the home point safely, even in a complex environment like this. So let's put the drone up. You're gonna have to do this fairly quickly because it's starting to rain. As you can see, the raindrops out there. So we'll just send the drone out a little bit. So there we go there, we're about 200 meters away. I'm going to initiate a return to home and we'll let the drone come back. And it should come down into that opening that we took off from, or we launched it up from I should say, and then go down this corridor. Landing pad is just over there. So we shall see what it does. Now it's a good idea if you're doing stuff like this, always keep an eye on it, because although it's very accurate and reliable, you know, be prepared to stop it if need be. So the drone is coming down now. There it is up there. And as you can see, it's now moving forward, going down the corridor. And it should go ahead and land right on the pad. And there we go there. So that was extremely impressive. As you can see, it came back to us and it came down through the opening we set it up through and then navigated down this corridor here. And really impressive. So I'm going to do that test again, but this time we're going to make it a little bit more complicated. We're going to make the drone do a hard turn there. So again, I'm going to put the drone up here.
Take off.
And I'll just walk with it while we send it out to the opening. Now, as mentioned, as we're flying out here, it's building a real-time map of its environment. So that looks good there. So again, now we'll send the drone up. And we'll just send it a ways. So that looks good there. So let's initiate a return to home again.
Return to home.
So now, it's the same as the first test, but now we have to go all the way down to the end of the corridor down there and then make a hard left if it wants to land where it took off from. So we'll see how it does. And if you look at the green line there, it does kind of show it making that left, so it should work in theory, but we will soon find out. So it's right above us right now. I'm going to stand out of the way just so I don't confuse it, thinks I'm an obstacle. And there it is there. Now it should go down the path, and yep, there it goes. We'll just follow it along as it navigates this area. So here's where it has to make its hard left. And there it goes around the bend. And there it is right above the landing mat. So absolutely incredible. It was able to come down through the opening we set it out through way down there, come down this path here, make a hard left, and then land it exactly right on the pad. So that can be very beneficial, like I said, if you have to take off from a balcony, you're in an area with a lot of obstacles, you know the drone is going to be able to build a map and be able to navigate even.
Yung mga idol, kamusta? Sports Talk PH nga pala. Yung mga idol, kamusta? Sports Talk PH nga pala.
Ang update kay Casimero, pag-usapan natin yan mga idol. Ngunit bago ang lahat ay huwag kakalimutan mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell button for more sports talk. So alam nga po natin lahat na kahit natalo ang former 3 Division Champion General Casimero sa kanilang Japanese underdog Yonosuke Kameda nitong nakalipas na buwan lamang, ay may paparating na naman itong laban sa susunod na buwan. Ito ay dahil binunyag mismo ng kanyang promoter na si Toki Kameda na kinausap daw siya mismo ni Cuadro Alas at sinabi sa kanya na gusto ulit itong lumaban sa lalong madaling panahon para bumawi at ayusin ang reputasyon niya bilang isang magaling at malakas na boksinero. Kaya naman dahil dyan, nananawagan na din si Kameda sa mga Japanese fighters na kung sino man ang may lakas ng loob sa mga ito na masasahan ni Casimero na lumaban sa kanya, ay tawagan lang daw siya. At ngayon nga po ay lumitaw na ang pangalan ng sunod na makakalaban ni Casimero sa December 27. Ayon sa ating mapagkakatiwalaan na source, ay ang Japanese fighter na si Tony Sokochi ang magiging kalaban ni Casimero. May napakamatang edad pa lamang po itong 26 anyos at may hindi kagandahang record na 11 wins with 5 knockouts, 5 talo at 2 tabla. Huling beses itong sumampa sa ibabaw ng lona nitong nakalipas na buwan ng Marso lamang, kung saan natalo ito sa kamay ng Chinese fighter na si Guang Hengluan via internal technical decision. Kaya naman sasampa sila sa ibabaw ng lona ni Casimero sa susunod na buwan ng parehong nanggagaling sa pagkatalo. Ganun pa man ay aminado naman po mismo ang kampo ni Casimero na isang tune-up fight ng laban nila na ito. Pero syempre, hindi po talaga siya pwedeng magpatalo dito upang manatiling buhay ang potensyal na mega showdown niya. Kontra ang silang former 2 Division Champion, Luis Perez, susunod na taon. Ngayon pa lang po, gusto ko na pag-iensayo ng angas ng Pinas upang masigurado na hindi na mauulit pa ang pagkasilat niya kay Filosofi Camela. Bukod dyan ay nangako po ang magkapatid na Casimero na babalik sila ng mas malakas. Kaya suportahan po natin si Casimero sa laban nila ito. Samantala, current undefeated OPBF Bantamweight Champion naman nga po si Kenneth Luber ay lalaban din sa event na ito. Pero hindi pa po nilalabas ang pangalan ng kanyang makakatapat. Kaya mag-abag lang po tayo ng mga updates sa channel na ito. Sa kabilang banda naman mga idol ay 10 araw na nga lamang po ang inaantay natin na alaganap na maaga ng kauna-unahang laban junior packet professional boxing. Kaya naman dahil yan, nasamahan na ito ng ating pambansang kamaumanong Pacquiao sa ensayo sa wildcard gym ni Freddy Roach upang magbigay ng payo at alalayan ito. Sa video na in-upload ng ating kaibigan na si Marvin Mabait ay makita natin ang mga paggabay na ginagawa ni Pacquiao kay Jumwell.
Kakawin na para sa pamilya.
Natulong mo ang Centrum Advance. May mas maraming nutrients. Complete from A to Z. Tulong ang malakas sa puso. Talaga ang mata. Matibay ang resistensya at buong katawan. Centrum Advance.
Yeah! Welcome back to my channel guys at welcome din sa panibagong episode. KJ here. I'm back! Kumusta kayo guys? Na-miss ko kayo. Anyways, nandito na ako ngayon sa isang isla ng Indonesia. 18,000 islands. Basta nandun ako. Alright, eto pala yung mga ganap or pinagagawa ko for the past few months na hindi ako nakakapag-upload. Kaya roll and enjoy. You! May mga local hero dito guys, check natin. Ano mga huli. We got a big fish. Let's go. Yeah. Indonesian Spiro right here. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. So,